Legendary heads back to Warner Brothers. The Razzies have something to say about the Oscars. And John Rambo heads back to Vietnam. All this and more on Movie Emporium's News of the Day. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Movie Emporium's News of the Day for August 14th, 2018, where we take stories from around the world of movies, give them to you, and break them down one by one. If you haven't heard about our YouTube channel before or any of our podcasts, head to Movie Emporium. Check it out on Audio Boom, YouTube, subscribe, comment, rate, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. Tell us how we're doing. We'd like to hear from you. And our first news story is Train to Busan. If you haven't heard of this movie, it's a Korean film where basically a train is heading to Busan and a virus hits the train, causing zombies and all kinds of crazy, things going on. And so it did really well. I think it was on Amazon, Netflix, all these good services. And we come to find out there's a sequel coming out, which is going to take place almost immediately after the first one. Is going to show what happens when the virus spreads. So not only is it on the train, but now it's spread throughout Korea, which is where the film takes place. So a lot of people don't know about this film. If you haven't, you should definitely check it out. It's a great little horror film, great action, great zombie work, great just infected characters. It's definitely something to look out for if you haven't checked it out. I think it's on Amazon or Netflix, one of those programs, maybe Hulu. Check it out. Definitely watch it because it's something, if you haven't seen it, you definitely need to see it. So definitely check that out. But that's pretty much on it. It's supposed to come out sometime next year. So with that, we'll go ahead and move on to our next news story, which is Oliver Stone, famous director known for Nixon, Platoon, W, or directing Natural Born Killers. He's directing a new movie, this time with Benicio del Toro. It's called White Lies, and it's apparently about, according to Variety, it's a story covering 3 generations. Del Toro will portray a child of divorce now repeating his parents' mistakes in his own marriage with his troubled son. So it sounds like a typical Oliver Stone movie, but the fact that Benicio del Toro, who has worked with Oliver Stone in the past, is in this movie kind of makes me want to see it because, Oliver Stone is hit and miss with his, directorial works. He hasn't really done anything recently. I think Savages wasn't a very good movie, but Platoon, Born on the 4th of July, Nixon, JFK, the man knows what he's doing. He's very well versed when it comes to political films. But the idea he's tackling kind of a hard subject matter of fathers repeating their father's mistakes, and with Benicio del Toro, who was in Sicario and he was in 21 Grams, Traffic, he knows how to do drama really well. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with this movie. Once again, it doesn't start shooting until next year, so there's plenty of time to figure out who the rest of the cast is going to be with, on top of having Benicio del Toro. And with Oliver Stone, with these types of movies, you're going to get something really impactful. Maybe it will be the greatest, I don't know, but we'll come to see sometime next year, probably Oscar-worthy maybe, who knows. So with that, I think we should move on to the next story, and it is Legendary Entertainment, which is known for stuff like Jurassic World, Kong Skull Island, Interstellar, Trick or Treat, The Hangover, and so forth and so on, had left Warner Brothers right after Godzilla had come out, the remake that Gareth Edwards had done. And they went on to Universal, they did stuff with Jurassic World, they did stuff with Mamma Mia too, and I think the original Mamma Mia. Apparently they're leaving Universal. They found that it's better to go back to Warner Brothers because that's where they got their start. I mean, you look at their list on Wikipedia or IMDb, they have a whole ton of movies. Noah Emmerich and Thomas Tull are the ones who created this company. New Line was Toby Emmerich, and now it's with Warner Brothers. It's all completed together. But Thomas Tull was the one that was handling Legendary Entertainment. And I know a lot of people don't really hear about motion picture companies and so forth, but Legendary Pictures, the stuff they've created has made them a lot of money. You have 300, or you have, like I said, Interstellar. It's just Kong Skull Island, and then you have the Godzilla movie that's coming out next year. They know how to make movies, and Trick or Treat is an awesome movie. So Legendary Entertainment heading back to where they originally started with the Warner Brothers. So I find that fascinating because, Legendary Entertainment's a good company. They're a high budget, but they feel small in how they operate. So it's going to be interested to see when they do go back to Warner Brothers. But I found it an interesting story because I like to read about these production companies. You know, like when DreamWorks Animation went to Paramount and 20th Century Fox and so on and so forth. So I think it was an interesting story to share. All right, guys. So we got the Razzies. We all know what the Razzies is. They give awards to the worst movies of the year. They've given everything from Glitter to Pluto Nash to I think Ishtar. All these movies, they've been around since like 82 or 85, somewhere in around the 80s. So, oh, and Showgirls as well. So anyways, they are known for the schlocky part of the Academy Awards season or the award season in general. They're not well liked because they're given too much precedence to the really bad movies, and they're giving awards to it, and it's been considered not well received recently. And I understand because bad movies, no matter how terrible, they shouldn't get any recognition because obviously they're terrible, and it shows. I mean, you look at anything that's come out in the last few years, you know, Justin to Kelly and all this stupid garbage, Jack and Jill, whatever. But so the Razzies, who don't have a lot of respect, actually came out with a pretty funny quote about what the Oscars are doing. And if you don't know, the Academy Awards are basically giving a populist vote to a popular movie. And so the Razzies, being what they are, they had this really funny quote that I wanted to read to you guys. And it's from MovieWeb, so I just want to give them a shout out. But it reads, "The Razzies don't always get it right. We get called on it all the time. We usually ignore it because, well, who takes the Razzies seriously?" True. But seriously, we're not the Oscars. The Oscars are not the lowbrow $4.97 statue that reminds otherwise good talent that they, or the talent free. They done made too much money. So basically, Razzies are saying, what are you guys doing? You're not the Razzies. You're the Oscars. You're the cream of the cream of the award season for film. And I agree with them for once. They're basically saying, what the hell's wrong with you? You're giving an award to what we give award to bad movies. And maybe they're angry because the Oscars are going to infringe upon what they do. But I think the idea of them saying that is rather funny because the Razzies are known for giving to terrible films like Transformers. That is a really popular film. And that's the worry of most people in Hollywood and even us reviewers, commentators, and so forth, is that this is going to be kind of like they're going to take Black Panther. And I was listening to this on a podcast. I can't remember which podcast I was listening to, maybe CinemaSins or something like that, where they made a good point. Is like, if they make Black Panther the first movie to get this award, are they really out of touch? And I kind of agree with them. They are out of touch. Why do we need a popular award for the Academy Awards? The Best Picture is the popular award. Make more movies that. I mean, if Black Panther is the best movie of the year for the Academy, give it to that. Put it in the Best Picture category, not a popular award. That makes no sense. You might as well just give Transformers the popular award because it makes so much money. Or Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, or Mission Impossible Fallout, popular, whatever. But any of these movies, if they're that good of a movie that they deserve this type of Oscar, put them in the Best Picture category. I mean, I know I've said that before, but put it in the Best Picture category. That's all you need to do. Don't do this nonsense. I hope the Academy Awards learns their lesson, but the fact that the Razzies are calling you out, I mean, come on. Seriously? Is this not enough credence to think about what you're doing? So, I don't know. I'm just saying it's enough nonsense. So do what you do, but I'm just saying do better. But our next news story is, okay, so we're going to go back into Movie Pass territory again. I know how much you guys love it. I sure don't. Okay, so in the transition to their $15 or $10 a month $10 a month, three movies per month, they restricted over the weekend that you could only see one movie. I think it sucks, but like whatever. They're transitioning, but they're restricting what you can see. But when the transition's done, you'll get that 3 movies a month, which it all works it out. It'll be fine. It's Movie Pass. I'm sure some people will stay with it. But the funny story out of all this is thanks to Garth Franklin of Dark Horizons, which you guys should definitely follow and give shout out to. He reports that the people who have in the recent weeks or days have been receiving emails from MoviePass saying that they're being re-upped or re-put back into MoviePass. So they're going to be charged the $10 a month for the 3 movies a month for the people who have canceled. So let's think about this. So you cancel the service, which you can do for most services. You know, there's some places you can't. But you cancel the service, and now they're re-putting you back into the service? Is that even legit a thing they can do? Is that in their their binding that or contract that they can do that? Is that a legal matter? If you cancel something, you've breaking out of that contract. They've even said you can't go back for 9 months, which is fine. That's part of their contract. But people are being charged for something they canceled, and then they go and try and recancel it, and they can't do it. So I'm asking you guys, whoever watches this maybe knows a little bit of legal stuff. Is that even allowed? Can you do that to someone? To me personally, if that were to happen to me, I'd go talk to a lawyer because that's insane. Who does that? I mean, I know it's MoviePass, but seriously, who does that? That's like telling me that I don't want to do Amazon Prime anymore because it's $120, but you're just going to re-up me because we think about you first. No, you didn't think about anybody. You made this plan. You got a whole bunch of people to sign up for it. And now you're fucking over all the people that didn't want to be part of your program anymore. You know, this isn't even about AMC A-List anymore. This is about just being a genuine, decent human being. I mean, there's nothing. It doesn't make any sense. And this is just BS. So I don't know what they're thinking. I hope MoviePass dumps in flames. I don't care. You guys can strict me from the record. You guys can unfollow me. I don't care. Fuck you, MoviePass. I hope you go down in flames so hard that no one gives a shit. This is bullshit, and this should not be allowed. And I hope that anybody who thinks the same way I do finds a lawyer and finds out if they can do anything about this, because MoviePass, you fucking suck, and I hope you go down so hard that you get fucking booted out like anything. I don't know. I'm very bad at analogies, but I hope you fail, because that's fucking bullshit. Excuse my language, but that's fucking bullshit. This is nonsense, and this should not stand with anybody who likes MoviePass or who has MoviePass. Because if you want to cancel, you should be allowed to cancel. Unless it says in their contract that you can't cancel like AMC A-List does for 3 months, or whatever the term of service is, then you should cancel. Now I'm angry because this is bullshit, and I was angry about this when I read this last night. I'm glad that Garth Franklin put this up. The guy is a legit, honest movie reporter, and has been for so long. And this nonsense would not fly with me. And I'm glad I got out, because when they fail, and they fail hard, I would be laughing all the way to AMC. Because AMC at least is being honest. So that's enough of my rant with that. Like I said, I'm not one to likes to use foul language in front of an audience, but sometimes those things happen. So, with that, let's move on to a more fun, lighthearted story. Well, not really lighthearted. I mean, we're talking about Rambo now. So we already knew that there was going to be a Rambo 6. It was going to take place in Vietnam. It was not been known when it's going to be going in production, but I thought it was cool that, Sylvester Stallone got on to Instagram and posted a picture of Rambo from behind, like a drawing, and said, going back to Vietnam soon, or something like that. I'll post a picture as I'm talking about it, but I know I'm not a big fan of Rambo. I never have been. I'm called out all the time for it, like I am with Pulp Fiction. But I know a lot of you guys are, and I'm really happy for you. Like I said, the people who do watch, a lot of you guys do like Rambo, so I figured I'd let you see this, and you probably haven't seen it, so there you go. There's also, if you haven't heard about Drew Goddard, who is a very talented director, he's directing this movie called The Bad Times at El Royale, and it's just another quick story. He basically posted, posted new photos or new posters of the movie itself. It has like Jeff Bridges, Chris Hemsworth, John Hamm. It looks really good. If you haven't seen the trailer, definitely check it out. I'll post it in the description of the actual trailer area. But it's really cool, so definitely check it out. And the last thing is Mulan is finally went into production. There's finally a photo of who Mulan is and what she's going to look like. I'm not a big fan of live action remakes of Disney movies. Aladdin's getting it. Beauty and the Beast got it. So I don't know. It looks cool. It'll probably be cool. It doesn't come out till 2020. So we'll see. Alright guys, that'll do it for Movie Emporium's News of the Day for August 14th, 2018. Thank you so much as always for joining us. If you like what you see, remember always rate, subscribe, comment at YouTube. Subscribe to us, check us out. Always check us out at Audioboom where we keep our podcast. We just uploaded a new podcast, which is what we think is the best decade of the movie. As always, check us out on Facebook and Twitter at Emporium Movie. And as always, also email us at nlapola1138@gmail.com. But with that, we'll go ahead and see you guys later. Until tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Peace.